We've all seen it, right? Those massive business-critical projects that just go completely off the rails. They cost a fortune and can derail a company's entire strategy. But what if you could actually predict failure before it happens? Well, we're going to dive into a new frontier where expert project management teams are getting supercharged with predictive AI, turning all that chaos into control. So here's our game plan. We're going to break this all down into 6 key parts. First, we'll look at the problem, what we're calling the modern project crisis. Then we'll explore the solution, which is this really powerful combo of expert services and artificial intelligence. From there, we'll get into the nitty-gritty of how you actually contract for this stuff, how you govern it, and what it all means for the future of getting big things done. All right, let's set the stage. We are not talking about small, everyday tasks here. We're talking about those huge, complex initiatives where the stakes are incredibly high, and let's be honest, failure is just not an option. And these are the pain points that probably look familiar. Think about a massive ERP system rollout, or trying to integrate 2 companies after a merger. The complexity is just off the charts. You need these super specialized experts that you just don't have in-house. Your own teams are already stretched to the breaking point, and everything is changing constantly. It's the perfect storm for project failure. So this leads us to the first piece of the puzzle, Project Management as a Service, or PMaaS, as you'll hear it called. It's a really well-established model for bringing in some serious, heavy-hitting expertise exactly when and where you need it. So what is PMaaS, really? Well, think of it like having a world-class professional project management office on speed dial, but you don't have all the overhead of hiring and training and maintaining that team full-time. You get instant access to certified pros, proven methodologies, and you can scale the whole operation up or down as your needs change. It's pretty slick. And you can see just how versatile this model is. I mean, it doesn't matter if you're in finance trying to navigate a maze of regulations, or in healthcare dealing with the FDA, or maybe you're managing a huge cloud migration. PMaaS brings in that specialized, deep domain knowledge that you need to manage risk and, actually get a successful outcome. Okay, now let's build on that foundation, because this next part, this is where things get truly transformative. We're now adding an AI-powered predictive engine right on top of that expert service, and it fundamentally changes the entire game. Just look at this contrast. It's night and day. The old way is a project manager coming to you and saying, hey, we're late. It's backward looking. The new way is an AI engine that's analyzing data in real time and tells you we will be late in 6 weeks unless we do this specific thing. You see? The whole focus shifts from just reporting on what already happened to predicting what will happen and, crucially, recommending what to do about it. And this isn't some vague gut feeling. We're talking about predictions with seriously high accuracy. Imagine getting a heads up with 75% probability that a critical phase is about to be delayed. That's not a guess. It's a data-driven forecast that gives you this precious window to act before a small problem spirals into a full-blown crisis. So how does all this work? Well, it's not black magic. It's really a 4-step process. First, you train the AI model on tons of historical data from thousands of past projects, all their successes and their failures. Second, it analyzes your current project's live data, things like burn rate and how fast tasks are getting done. From there, it forecasts potential outcomes, like completion dates and new risks. And finally, and this is the best part, it suggests the best ways to fix things based on what's actually worked in the past. Okay, this technology is incredible, but how do you actually buy it? This part is absolutely crucial because the contract has to be structured to make sure you're not just buying somebody's time and effort, you're buying intelligent outcomes. You've got a few options here. Fixed price is great for really simple, straightforward projects. Time and materials gives you flexibility, but it can lead to some scary cost overruns. For these big, complex, AI-driven projects, the hybrid model with a success fee, that's the gold standard. It creates a real partnership where your provider is financially motivated to deliver actual business value. And this quote just nails it. A success fee contract contractually binds your provider's financial interest to your own. They don't just get paid for showing up and managing tasks. They get their big bonus when your project achieves its actual business goals. It completely changes the whole dynamic of the relationship. The real key is in how you structure that fee. You don't just pay the whole bonus at launch day. You tier it. So a chunk gets paid for a successful go-live. Another chunk gets paid only after the system is stable for a couple of months.
And that final, most important chunk, that's paid when the project actually delivers the return on investment that was promised in the original business case. This keeps your partner invested for the long haul. Now, whenever you bring AI into the picture, you have to talk about governance. We have to make sure we have control, that the system is fair, and that our data is locked down and secure. This isn't just a technical issue, it's a trust and accountability issue.
This is the million-dollar question, isn't it? If the AI says turn left and you end up driving off a cliff, who's at fault? Your contract has to spell out, in no uncertain terms, the lines of accountability between what the AI suggests and the human who makes the final decision. This is where you build in your safety nets. These are the non-negotiables. You have to have the right to audit the AI's logic. You need a warranty that the model is fair and not biased. You absolutely need to mandate a human in the loop for any critical decision. And, so important, you need a kill switch to shut the system down if it ever starts producing harmful or nonsensical results.
And of course, security is absolutely non-negotiable. We're talking about feeding the AI your company's most sensitive project data. Your contract must demand top-tier certifications like ISO 27001, the latest and greatest encryption, and total clarity that you, the client, always retain full ownership of your data. A rapid breach notification clause is also a complete must-have.
So when you put it all together, the expert service, the predictive AI, the smart contracting, the robust governance, what do you actually get? You get a fundamentally new and much better way of delivering projects. It really all boils down to these 3 pillars of advantage. First, you get superior predictability. You're eliminating all those costly, painful surprises. Second, you get operational agility. You can scale expert teams on demand and automate all that tedious work. And third, financial optimization. You're tying your costs directly to successful outcomes and avoiding the massive expense of project failure. This is a real, tangible competitive advantage. Which leaves us with a really fascinating thought. This isn't about replacing humans, but about augmenting them in an incredibly powerful way. So the question for you to think about is, are you ready for this shift? Because the future of project management isn't just about managing tasks anymore. It's about managing intelligence. And that future, well, it's already here.